Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream today. So, thank you guys for joining up, Hunter, George, and Raymond. I appreciate you guys. Raymond, why are you putting the hurt guy there? What's wrong? Did you get some Nvidia puts or something like that, or did you get Nvidia calls? I'm a little lost with that one. The market's actually holding up quite well today, believe it or not. SPY is up above $400 a share here, and it actually is on a nice uptrend. So overall, I like the movement with SPY. I mean, it's holding up quite well considering what we've been seeing happen over the past few weeks. That's definitely for sure. Like this whole week has been slowly but surely, pretty good upwards movement to the upside here. You can see we're back up to $400 just about. I'm wondering if 400 might end up holding up as a decent little resistance here on the SPY, but yeah, either way, the market's definitely moving here. So leading my watch list to the upside is some of these China plays. So Baba is popping on their earnings. They had pretty good ones. They've been having pretty good earnings lately, to say the least. They've had some pretty good moves up. What I will say is just be careful because some of the China plays like NIO are not really following along with Baba. NIO is one of those China EV companies, of course. It is right on this 1450 support, though, so who knows? Maybe NIO could be a pretty good support play right now, actually. But either way, we have to see some nice bounces here with NIO. I will say Baidu, though, is following along with Baba with their earnings. They both had pretty good numbers, and they're both moving up. But like I said, some of the other China plays like DD are okay, but whenever you go into those EV companies like NIO and like XPEV, they're kind of pulling back to the downside here. And of course, to the downside, we have Kraft Heinz down 10% on their dividend here, guys. This is not good. Kraft Heinz is actually almost down to the price I bought it at, believe it or not. So yeah, it looks like they're having a huge move back down after that recent explosion, I could say. Let's see, CLX has been still kind of falling off too a little bit. It's been pretty brutal lately for these retail companies, but yeah, it sucks to see Kraft down another 10%. That's definitely not good for me. We have Snowflake here at 114, 112 now, just continuing to move lower and lower here on their charts. Yeah, this is getting brutal for them, guys, down to 110, but wow, I mean, that is crazy. But I will say we do have a lot of stocks up in the green today. Like Delta Airlines is running. We have CCL starting to break out in a big way. Looks like Twitter's actually up, guys. I don't know if you guys saw that with the Elon news last night. It's now up another 3.6%. I saw that he let some loans or some loans kind of expire there. And then obviously now he's gonna have to kind of acquire some new funding for this. So he's kind of exploring options right now, but he did let some of that secured funding, I guess, kind of expire. So it was a little bit interesting with Elon. Yeah, good morning, Keisha. As usual, guys, if you guys have any stocks you want me to cover, throw them in the comments below. But yeah, for right now, we'll just keep going through the watch list. And yeah, some stocks are really starting to pop here, guys. Like these airlines are exploding now, up 3.97% on AAL. Just keeps running up this morning. We can see 3 solid 1-minute candles here, pretty much straight up. So yeah, I'm glad to see this with these airlines. They are part of that reopening group of stocks that seems like they've been holding up pretty well here the past month. But I will say overall over the past couple, pretty much 6 months, 7 months, they've been pretty much straight down. So hopefully they keep kind of popping here like they have been consolidating around this $15 support on AAL. Some of these cruise lines like RCL are up a lot too, but keep in mind that they have had some pretty nasty downtrends lately, so these uptrends aren't really too big given everything that's happening there. But I will say I like the movement with Boeing. They're starting to kind of break that high of earlier in the week on Monday here. I know they had a pretty solid resistance up here around 124.50. I'm curious to see if Boeing can maybe continue to run up today, or if they're gonna maybe get rejected here again, because it looks like their stock is getting quite volatile here. So I don't know, maybe we'll see a bit of a pullback. I did notice that AMC was ripping back up, guys. Did you guys see this at all? AMC's up 4.2%. Still ripping up here, up to 1240. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are still into watching good old AMC, but it is ripping. Let's see. Um, let's see here. Keisha says it's the pop and DLTR and DG for me. Let's see. Let's go see those, Keisha. DLTR, good old Dollar Tree. Wow, that is holy crap, Keisha. That is a big move to the upside out of Dollar Tree. They filled the gap. Wow, that is nice, Keisha. Keisha, I cannot believe that they're popping up that much. You know, I guess this could have been expected with inflation, but man, I didn't think they'd rip up that much. That is insane. Yeah, and of course Dollar General is gonna follow suit. So that is huge, Keisha. I cannot believe those are really flying up today. Let's see. We have Colin saying, what was being reported this morning? Wasn't there important news today? BMO. Yeah, you know, there was important news today given the GDP data, but the thing was that the GDP data that was being reported today, Colin, was not actually the type of GDP numbers that people were kind of expecting. So I'll try to show this here if I can. Let's see here. I'll go to Trading Economics calendar. So we can see that this is just the second estimate for Q1. Second estimate for Q1 here on these GDP numbers that were coming out today, Colin. So keep in mind they aren't true. Like, for example, it does affect GDP like for example in somewhat of a way. Like, of course, like the Feds are probably going to like look at this number, but it's not the true GDP growth numbers. Like I said, it's just that second estimate there. So it's a little bit strange, Colin. I know it's a little bit confusing, but it wasn't too, you know, like it didn't make the markets explode or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. You know, the movement wasn't too crazy. I don't think it had too much of an impact. So definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, it's definitely big to watch those GDP numbers, Colin. It's just that these numbers weren't the ones that, you know, are huge. Peter says VMW about to run. Let's see, VMW. I wonder, Peter, VMware. You know, it is kind of up here. They had these earnings today. I hope they run. I mean, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, like you said, buyout news at 150. That would be cool if they kept running back up there. That would definitely be nice. Yeah, GameStop's really starting to run up today, Peter. That is huge. I know GameStop and AMC were really starting to pump. I hope they continue because it kind of looks like they were maybe trying to like fake out there for a second. But, you know, I really hope they don't. I hope they continue to move in a nice way. But let's see. We have Sean talking about good old Baba. Yeah, Sean. Baba's doing great, up 7.98% now. It's continuing to rip up in a huge way. So that's amazing, Sean. I mean, to see it ripping up that much is great. You know, I know that I haven't really read too much into the earnings report personally yet. I was going to wait a little while and then maybe do it on the stream. But for right now, though, Baba's up like 7.5%. It is ripping. And yeah, I'm glad to see it up today, Sean. It's huge. I will say Baba has a long, long way to go, though. As we can see on the chart, this is kind of like just the beginning here for Baba. I'm hoping that Baba can finally break out above this blue trend line here on the daily chart. I think that would be awesome if they could finally break this blue trend line. I mean, I've been waiting for that forever with Baba. And talking about some amazing trend lines lately, guys, I mean, the SPY has been really channeling here between this main channel on the daily chart. I don't know if you guys see this at all, but look at this channel here on the daily. I mean, SPY was staying directly between the channel here. Now we can go to a nice 1 hour chart. We can go see the channel a little bit more clearly here. It is a little bit more zoomed in and it might look a little bit more clustered, but here we go. You can see the SPY is finally breaking out of this main channel that we've been in, and we're finally seeing some great movement here back to the upside. So I don't know about you guys, but we're breaking $400 here on the SPY. We're breaking out of this channel. I have a feeling we might have a pretty good move here today. You know, like I've been seeing some amazing price action out of the SPY over the past couple days, and I'm really glad to see it holding up after those Nvidia earnings. You know, I was kind of thinking that Nvidia might help make the market fall a little bit there, but you know, I'm glad to see that the SPY held up. It stayed out of this channel and we started to really rip up. So I don't know if you guys are into these type of technical patterns like this at all. If you are, just let me know and maybe we'll cover them a little bit more. I know people sometimes really like these, but you know, lately the SPY has been having a ton of great moves. As you can see here, even over the past week. I mean, the SPY has been really staying on this lower trend line, and finally, like I said, starting to rip up today. So great stuff there. Sean says he played Baba and got 100% on it. So awesome trade there, Sean. I mean, I know you were playing a nice earnings play there. It's probably a little bit of a risky trade, but that's amazing. Glad to see that, Sean. So yeah, very happy for you there with that 100%er. That's definitely nice. Glad to see that. Sean, also, how'd you do at golf yesterday? I know you were playing your league, so let me know how you shot. I know I'm always interested to see how you did there. But yeah, here's Baba up 8.4% now. We're almost up to $90, back up to that big resistance level from late last week. So maybe we'll see another breakout if we can start to break 90 there, Sean. And who knows, it might keep going. Keisha says Bank of America's popping. Look at the bank stocks. Let's check it out. I've been pretty bullish on the bank stocks lately, Keisha, ever since they've been popping with the Feds. So yeah, this is great. I'm glad to see Bank of America breaking out. Looks like JP Morgan is also having a big move here, up above 120, 127, 128, which has been a pretty big resistance over the past week. So glad to see JP Morgan continuing too. Like you said, banks across the board are really flying. So thanks for pointing that out, Keisha. Really good point there. They are having some great moves. While the moves might not be, 5%ers or anything, they're still breaking out with some nice 1.3% moves. So I'll definitely take it there. Thanks for that call out there. And yeah, you're right. AMD is coming up here, George. Let's see. Yeah, coming up towards 95. It does look like it wants to test that. I wouldn't be too surprised if we tested it, George. The market is having an amazing move. We're starting to see some nice bullish price action here out of the SPY, and hey, I'll definitely take it. It's always good to see. Every time we look at the market lately, I feel like we've been seeing a lot of downwards action lately, but I've been slowly waiting to see some nice price action to the upside, and I'm just finally glad to see that. So yeah, I'll take it, but just glad to see that we're finally having some good days. It's been a long time, since Disney, Zoom, DraftKings, stocks across the board. It's been a while since they've been starting to go up a little bit. Looks like DraftKings is actually in the red today. Come on, DraftKings, you better get it together and start to get back up there with your friend Zoom and all these other growth stocks. So hopefully DraftKings can start to go back. But I did want to maybe sit on Zoom here for a second, guys, because Zoom is having a very nice move up, and it's really starting to move. So I'm glad to see Zoom breaking back out after those earnings. It was amazing to see. And overall, stocks like Zoom have been beaten down so much. It's so good to see some good price action, and Zoom's holding up above $100 very, very well. And they actually tested $100 yesterday and after hours. So that could have maybe been a pretty good trade if you guys would have seen that bounce there at 100. There was a lot of different bounces around 100 yesterday, and rightfully so, because $100 is a pretty big level in traders' minds. It's one of those big psychological levels, and as we can see, it was actually holding up as a decent support / resistance yesterday. So glad to see that. Let's see. Yeah, SPY's finally breaking back above 400, guys. I mean, that's a pretty big thing to see today. SPY is still going. Let's see this here, actually. Yeah, it is getting explosive here. I mean, I'm loving this price action. I don't know about you guys, but wow, I mean, it's really running here. So glad to see this. I mean, I can't believe that we're finally breaking back out. It's been forever. We're almost up to 402, guys. I mean, ever since we broke 400, it's made for an amazing potential trade here this morning. So hopefully you guys were kind of eyeing up some of these plays maybe on SPY and some other different types of setups like that, because they have really been moving here. Good morning, Vicky. Glad to see you joining up. Thanks for joining. Always glad to see you in here. Definitely, Vicky, let me know what you're watching today, too. I'm always glad to check out some of your plays. I know, like Fubo and some of those other plays you've been watching for a while are, maybe starting to move back up today. Like I said, some of these growth plays are coming back. We even have good old Neo popping up. I wonder if DraftKings is coming back a little bit. Let's see. No, DraftKings is actually still staying down, guys. So I don't know what's going on with them, but yeah, they just are not moving up today with the rest of these plays. I guess it's definitely not good. I will say a lot of the stocks rising today though are a lot more of the normal stocks in the market, like Costco, Oxy, Walmart. Yeah, these stocks are really starting to move actually, guys. I don't know if you guys are noticing these value plays, but they have been breaking out today. Like even look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar's about to break their high of day here, and man, they have been really moving a lot lately. So yeah, these value plays are moving. Like we said before, the China plays are also running with good old NIO here, running back to the upside. Yeah, Sean goes, we got the W. I fired a 38. Team Corn is tied for second and playing the leaders next week. That's awesome, Sean. So that's great. 38 is always good there. Never bad, of course. Yeah, 38. I'll take that on 9. That's for sure. Especially with the way I've been playing. Uh, George says, any idea what's up with BTC and crypto stocks like Coin and Mara? George, good point there. I'm glad you brought these up, but the main thing is that poor crypto has just been getting destroyed lately. It's overall like these crypto stocks, of course, like Marathon and what was the other one? Riot, maybe? Yeah, Riot was another one. Coinbase, of course, also follows crypto. Yeah, they've been getting destroyed too. But yeah, the main thing there is that price of Bitcoin, really, George. And just keep in mind, I will say, Bitcoin is a very crazy type of thing. Okay, I do actually want to talk about Bitcoin for a little while because I have a lot of thoughts with it, and my thoughts with Bitcoin probably aren't going to be everybody's favorite thoughts, but I will say that whenever it comes to Bitcoin, I really do like some aspects with it. For example, like the freedom of Bitcoin and everything like that. I really enjoy that. So overall, like I like Bitcoin in that sense. But my main concern with Bitcoin is just that it's not regulated. So number one, it's going to crash a lot worse than like stocks will. And number two, I want to bring up this big move that Bitcoin actually had in the past. So here we go. In the past here, Bitcoin was moving pretty low, guys. Like I don't know if you guys remember the last true Bitcoin like drop that we had, but Bitcoin fell from like $20,000 a coin all the way down to lows of like $3,500 a coin. I don't know if you guys remember this because man, it was really insane to see how Bitcoin was seriously doing this because that was a big drop, guys. 20,000 down to like 3,000. So you know what I mean. That's a big drop out of anything, whether it's a stock or a crypto or whatever it is. And I just want to keep in mind that can definitely happen with Bitcoin again. Like we're falling from like 68,000. We're only down to like 30,000 now. Like I think Bitcoin could still maybe fall down to like 16,000 or like 12,000 potentially. Like I think that there's tons of possibilities or anywhere, really that Bitcoin could end up falling. I do believe that Bitcoin can end up going back up though in the future. It's just that right now, yeah, look, Alec2K says the opportunity to join into Bitcoin is at 16K. Exactly. Like I said, I think 16K or 12K would personally be right where I would think it would go at the lows. Yeah, I do too, Alec. I don't think that it'll be too crazy. Hunter, you you knew I did that. That's so hilarious. I was talking about Bitcoin and I read Hunter's statement here. He goes, much better than me, Corn. First time I played 9, I shot 105. And I read that and I was like, wow, 105 isn't bad for your first time. And then it clicked in my mind that it was only 9 holes. And then I started laughing. And man, I can't believe you caught that, Hunter. That was hilarious. Yeah, I'm sure you drive that ball awfully far, though, man. You are ripped. You look like Bryson DeChambeau, man. It's insane. But yeah, that's insane. That's funny that you caught that there. I can't believe that. But yeah, Alex2K says he doesn't personally think that Bitcoin can drop lower than 16 to 13,000. And yeah, I don't really either. I think it could drop lower than that, but I don't think that there's too high of a chance. I will say that, like 16K to, like I said, 12K or something like right around there is like around where I would guess it could go. It could go a little bit lower, but just keep in mind, guys, that Bitcoin, it has its ebbs and it has its flows, okay? Like sometimes it flies up and sometimes it flies down. And unfortunately, we're in that downwards type of pattern here. And it's been a very long, drawn out pattern here for almost a year and a half now. So it does suck to see, but yeah, all around though, yeah, Bitcoin is not my favorite right now. I will look to pick some up probably in the future though, once it drops a little bit more. I just, everybody keeps thinking that it's going to go from 60K up to like 500K and stuff. And, that is possible, in the future. I just don't think that right now it's totally plausible. But, once Bitcoin falls, I'll be trying to buy some stuff up here. Peter says, it's okay. I only play mini golf, so you're much better than me. Yeah, it's okay though, Peter. Mini golf's always fun, I will say. Like Hunter says here, he goes, I'm a freak at mini golf, but I suck at regular golf. It's kind of like the opposite with me, like I play on mini golf and sometimes I'm terrible actually. Like my girlfriend actually, she like kicks my ass on mini golf, believe it or not. It's kind of funny, she really does too. She's always making like hole in ones and all this type of stuff. It's pretty funny. Ah, this is funny. Sean goes, Hunter, give me like 2 months of work, and I could probably get you on the PGA Tour. You probably could, Sean. It's I know it might take more work than that, but yeah, that would be that'd be funny. Hunter goes, I'll get sponsored by Rolex. That would be badass, actually. Yeah, man, we got to play some golf. I swing pretty hard actually too, Hunter. We'll have to see how it goes. I know you don't probably get anything into like swing speeds, but I'm up there to around like an average of like 116 miles per hour, which that's actually pretty good. I'll take 116. Sean goes in Wendy's. That would be hilarious. Hunter, you gotta get sponsored by like Gorilla Mode. You know what I mean? Get like some Gorilla Mode like golf apparel. Man, that would be awesome if you could do that. You'd be coming on tour with like some awesome like some short like like those gym shorts or something like that at golf. Man, you'd be throwing a wrench into things. I remember Ricky Fowler was playing a few years ago with like all of his orange stuff on, and people were like losing it. So that would be awesome if you were sponsored by like Gorilla Mode or something playing golf. But yeah, Bitcoin today, guys, this is kind of like the price action here. We dip down, we're kind of coming right back up, but yeah, we'll get back into some stocks here. Kind of getting back here into like Bitcoin, stuff like that. Let's see, Hunter goes, I had to get my a stiff shaft for my driver because of my swing speed. Let's see, Brad Harris says tour average driver speed is 114 miles per hour. Yeah, I know, Brad. Yeah, I swing 116 actually, believe it or not. But I will say my swing is a little bit wild. If you guys have ever seen anyone called Jamie Sadlowski, that's kind of what I look like when I swing. So it's kind of a swing that's all over the place, Brad. But I will say I'm fairly accurate with it. I probably hit like, I'd say like 50 to 60% of fairways. Nothing too crazy, but nothing nothing good. But still though, I swing it hard. Yeah, like Hunter said though, you got to get a nice stiff shaft for that driver if your swing speed is up. And you guys better not get funny with these sentences here. But yeah, you gotta stiffen that shaft. You gotta get a better swing speed going. And yeah, I know that like if you swing like 116, you better at least have like a 60-gram shaft, 70 grams, 80 grams, something like that at minimum. I know even higher sometimes, probably Hunter. So look up some shafts called Diamana. Look up Diamana 60-gram shafts, Diamana maybe like 80-gram shafts, whatever you want. But maybe just go get it tested though, really, because honestly, it's too hard to just buy a ton of $400 shafts and test them. It's always better to like go somewhere and see the numbers on the launch monitors and stuff. And for people who are data driven like you, Hunter, it's probably right up your alley. It's all about data and how much spin you put on the ball with RPMs and all that different crap. So there's all types of stuff, but smash factor, RPMs, swing speed, launch angle, I mean, it's all kind of crazy. But guys, the SPY is still ripping. I'll tell you, it's been really breaking out here, which is amazing. So glad to see SPY ripping here. George says Damn, Nvidia breaking out from yesterday's highs. Let's see, Nvidia. Yeah, wow, nice call out there, George. Nvidia ripping right back up. So glad to see that. It is actually having a very nice rip up. So that is great. Yeah, you're right. It's breaking back out right after those earnings. And I will say, guys, Nvidia had some pretty damn good earnings if you're not into that. But here, I'll actually look at it. You can see they beat on their EPS. They beat on revenue, which was great, and their year-over-year numbers were awesome. So it did say, or it says right here, their stock's down 43% in 2022. But you can see how, let's see, their data center business, which sells chips for cloud computing companies and enterprises, grew 83% annually. That is amazing, guys. And their gaming business grew 31% annually. So they're definitely growing in an amazing way. It's just that their stock, it was a little bit overvalued there for a while. Yes, Hunter goes, I just looked up the shafts. How do I clear my search history? that is so funny. Yeah, I know, man, these sentences with these golf things sometimes can get nuts. We're talking about balls and stiff shafts and, man, all types of stuff over here. It's been getting wild. It's nuts, but yeah, it's the live streams got a little wild this morning, guys. This is a pretty good one today. Peter goes, VMW is up 1.2%. Let's see, good old VMware still going today, Peter. Yeah, it's coming back a little bit. It's up 1% now. Brad Harris, he's saying it's best to get fit for clubs for sure. So many variables with the player and swing. Enjoyed the golf talk. Yeah, me too, Brad. Yeah, thanks for joining up. Definitely appreciated that there. Yeah, thanks, Sean, Hunter, Peter, everybody for that. That I always glad to talk about golf a little bit. What's that ticker for Callaway, guys? Is it like ELY? Oh yeah, it's ELY. Talking about golf today. I mean, look at this. ELY is up 6.4%. I mean, hey, golf can kind of translate over here into some stocks. I know ELY owns Top Golf and a couple other things. I will say, with the SPY starting to possibly break out here of the channel and just having a nice bounce off of lows in general, maybe we'll start to see some of these stocks pop back up. And I will say Callaway Golf is at a pretty good price point here, actually, over the past couple years. I mean, it's at a very good price point. I'm kind of tempted to maybe like sell a $20 put on this or pick up some shares here, depending on how those options are. But man, this actually does not look bad. Alec2K says, I currently try to save up some money to try to invest, but the inflation here in Romania is at 12%. It's crazy, man. Yeah, big jump. Yeah, that is insane, Alex. I mean, Romania, I know that their inflation can get pretty high in other countries, but I will say in the US, what are we at now? Like 8%? Like we're kind of high too. We're almost up to your levels, but yeah, that's nuts. 12%. I can't believe that stuff, Alex. How much does it cost for gasoline there? Like if you had to maybe like change it into like US dollars or something, because man, I can't believe the cost of gas lately. Like by me, it's been like $5.15 sometimes for regular. I'm like, man, this is getting outrageous. I can't believe what it can be in like New York and California or like LA or whatever. Like I forgot what it was, like the Staples Center, like somewhere right outside of that, or like a big basketball stadium. There's like a big thing there. Alex says his inflation used to be at 4 to 5%. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better than 12%. So yeah, you're right. It is crazy. I can't believe how high everything's been. I went to the store the other day, and what made me laugh is you guys ever eat those Hostess fruit pies? Like for breakfast, they make those Hostess fruit pies that are like cherry and apple and blueberry and, all types of different flavors. Well, I went to like Walmart to get some Hostess fruit pies, and the cherry ones were only $1, but the apple ones were like $3. And I was like, what the? And I started looking it up, and apparently like the inflation on the apple fruit pies is up a lot because of apples and everything like that, and also just the demand on the apple ones in general. But it's funny, those fruit pies were even having like inflation go on. Like the cherry ones were $1 and the apple ones were like $3. I couldn't believe it, but it was kind of crazy. But Yeah, look at the SPY today, guys. I mean, it looks like the SPY is still ripping up here up to 402.81. We are having a very nice breakout today, actually. I'll definitely take it. It's having a very nice move, so I like it. It's having a nice pop, and yeah, we're breaking out of this amazing channel. Like I said, the SPY is in a great channel here. Hunter also pointed out this morning that the SPY is also bouncing right off of VWAP, actually, believe it or not. Like if you guys have a max daily chart and you throw VWAP on from those COVID lows, we're kind of sitting like right at VWAP once again. Here, I'll throw it up here really quick for you guys. Really, really quick here. Let's see. Oh, it's not on there. It's not on here anymore. Hold on, I'll have to go to all studies. Let's go find it. We're gonna go on an adventure here today, guys. Here it is. Good old VWAP. Let's see. So where's the lower level? Oh, I did it. I don't have it weighted right. Never mind, guys. I don't I don't have it weighted on here right, but sorry about that. I don't use VWAP too often, I'll be honest. It's been a long time since I've used VWAP, but Hunter pointed out this morning that VWAP was being touched again, and it was actually kind of pretty spot on with the SPY there. So pretty interesting to see that. And yeah, and it's also breaking out of this channel. So SPY's having some pretty good moves here. We're also breaking up above 400, which is a big level in everybody's mind. So overall, I mean, this is a great move, guys. If you guys are interested, I know I've been saying all the time. Hunter says it's called Anchor VWAP. Okay, that makes more sense, Hunter. Sorry, I just thought it was just regular VWAP, but yeah, I don't think it does either. Let me see it real quick, Hunter. I'll see if it does. Let's see. Can I search here? Let's see. Anchored VWAP. Would that be under A? It might be under the A's, maybe. Let's see. Nope, nothing there. Maybe it's under the V's. I don't think that they have it either, though, Hunter. I think you're right. Yeah, they don't have it. It looks like, but either way, it was bouncing right off of that anchored VWAP, and it was pretty spot on. So it was definitely interesting to look at. So we're right off that VWAP. We're breaking out of this channel, and overall, it's having a very nice move here. So hopefully we keep moving up. We're finally breaking out, and it's definitely made for a nice trade today. I know I've been talking about this a ton in the Discord over the past couple days with this channel, and especially yesterday and this morning, I kept posting about it because I kept having a feeling that we might have a bit of a breakout here, especially with how stocks were moving and everything like that too. So I'm glad to see it continuing to break out. Alex says something like that. Government is eating crayons. Uneducated people voted for the Social Democrats and the fake Liberal Party. They just have the historic name. Both parties are formed by ex-commies. Yeah, that's funny, Alex. That's pretty funny there. He says instead of voting for the younger USR plus, which is basically progressive center. Oh, I see now. But also pro new jobs. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, Alex. I know that there's a whole bunch of stuff like that in the political spectrum. I'm not trying to get too overly political here, but yeah, I definitely feel what you're saying for sure, and I definitely understand. We've been seeing a lot of that happen over here in the States as well. So just to say that, but yeah, I'm not trying to get too overly political here with anything like that. But I will say the inflation and stuff like that is definitely a big deal, Alex. And of course, it's causing the governments now to react, especially the feds here in the United States. It's been pretty big. We've been waiting for them to react for a long, long time. It's been like almost a whole year now. So glad to see him finally starting to ramp up the rate hikes. Hunter says, I do like anchoring VWAP from market lows. Yeah, it is. It was really spot on there, Hunter. Here, I'll pull it up. I'll get the picture that you sent, and I'll throw it here into our I'll just get the picture and just throw it on the screen so people can see it, because it's a pretty good picture, I will say. Nothing too bad here. Here it is. So here it is, guys. Here's the anchored VWAP. It's the white line here at the bottom. You can see how it was sitting there like right around COVID lows. So I guess he anchored it down there, and then as we started moving now, it kind of moved right to this low now where SPY was. So it's pretty spot on, guys. Like if you guys are interested in it, it's very spot on there. So I kind of like it. It looks pretty good, and overall, it has a lot of different different points that obviously it hasn't been touching it for a long time because it's since COVID lows, but as we know, like VWAP and lots of those other things like to play out quite often. So hopefully this is the bottom on SPY. I'm not too confident that it's the direct bottom yet. We still have a lot of rate hikes and stuff, but I really hope that the market holds up here. It does look like that there's another trend line Hunter also had down here from, the SPY from back around COVID, like, obviously a little after COVID lows, but, where it was kind of consolidating there. So maybe we'll end up hitting that trend line down there too. Who knows? But, either way, it's right here. It's breaking out in a big way. Peter says it looks like a doodle. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does. VWAP. It is on. Keep in mind, it's on Trading View. So keep in mind, VWAP. It was moving a little bit, so it kind of does look like a shaky hand drew that. So I guess I see what you're saying, Peter. But it still looks good enough. I can tell that it looks like VWAP. VWAP never looks quite like SMAs. Like SMAs are a lot smoother. They're not quite as like all over like where VWAP generally has a lot more like up and down movement to it. Alex says in France the inflation is lower than 6%, Germany and so on, but their leadership is not fully brain dead. The worst part is that a certain funny guy in position in power warned Germany of the possibility of an energy crisis since all their resources come from Russia. Yeah, I think I know that guy you're talking about, Alex, the guy who warned Germany. I have a pretty good idea who that is. No, I actually know who that is for sure. So that's funny, but yeah, definitely. It is sad to see what's going on there. Wait, what? It's Alex. What's sad? Oh, you mean the current downtrend? I guess I was gonna say because today's pretty good, Alex. I will say we're breaking out and SPY's having a good move. So I'm a little bit happy to see what's happening today. But overall though, obviously over the past few months, I'm not too happy. Like I keep saying, though, I'm so glad that we're finally breaking out of this little range here. So glad to see that. Anchored VWAP. Yeah, that's funny there. Yeah, though, guys, I will say these China stocks are still ripping. I don't know if you guys kept looking at this or not, but they are continuing to fly up. BABA is really exploding here, up above $90, and it's continuing. We're all the way up to 92 now. So, yeah, these China plays, guys, are ripping. BABA's up, NEO's up, Baidu is ripping with their earnings too. I'm sure XPEV's coming back. Yeah, XPEV's coming back too. I know some of those China EV plays were looking kind of bad at market open, but now they are coming right back. I will say XPEV is moving right off of $20, which if we look at that 1 year daily chart, somewhere right around $20 has been a decent support here over the past few months. So, maybe $20 will be the low on XPEV here, maybe on NEO too. Maybe 1450 or something will be the new low here. So, I hope that we see these China plays continue to rip up because they're having amazing pops. Like I said, BABA and those stocks are just continuing. They ran all the way up to 91.99. With my luck, that'll probably end up being the top now today. But, still, it's had a great move so far. And a lot of these growth plays are starting to come back a lot as well. I noticed Rivian was having a great day, up 6.2%. Yeah, they are really ripping up here, guys. So, yeah, Rivian is having one heck of a move. I'll take that. Charge Point's up even. Looks like they're ripping. I know it's been a very tough time for Charge Point here over the past few months, but yeah, I'll take this great movement. Twitter's up 4.6%, still holding up okay after that Elon news from yesterday. As we know, if you don't know, Elon pretty much he let some of the funding that he had secured. Obviously that funding expires after a while, and I think that expired. So he pretty much now has to pretty much have new funding or explore different options, or he has backup plans. So he's going to be doing something a little bit different. But it did kind of give some more insight into Twitter, and it made the stock pop up. So I'll take it. Either way. I will say though, good old Kraft is still down 6.9%. I hope Kraft can come roaring back to life, guys. This is one of my long-term plays here. I hope that they can start to do a little bit better. Looking at my my portfolio here on Kraft, it looks like they're Yeah, it definitely came down a lot today. It's still up above my average price quite a bit. Like I said, I'm in, right at like $35 even. So, I'm okay holding craft for the long term. It actually, let's see, did it break me? No, wow, it came like right down to my price this morning and then came right back up. So, yeah, that's nice. I'm glad it didn't come below my price, but either way, it's looking like a good maybe like a good dip buy on craft if you like them for the long term. If not, you don't have to eye it up too much, but I like them for the long term, so I'm going to continue to hold them. They pay a good dividend, and they were holding up quite well there while the market was going down. So I'll take that. It was holding up my portfolio for a little while. Hopefully now DKNG and Corsair and a couple of these other stocks can keep ripping up here. Talking about Corsair, guys, I mean, this is a pretty good intraday move. I don't know if you guys noticed this at all, but look at this off of these lows. I will say, guys, Corsair is having a very bullish setup. It looks very, very nice. Zoom also looks amazing down here at lows. Mike's been talking about Zoom a lot. I've been talking about Zoom on the live streams and the videos a lot too, and it just looks amazing for the next few days here. Yeah, it's ripping back up. It's back up to that high from their earnings, like right around 108. It does look like it's pulling back a little bit right now, but for the most part, though, it's had some very nice moves. So I'll take that with Zoom. It's still popping up, and hopefully it continues up today. I will say though, a lot of stocks are up quite a bit, so we might not see all of these stocks run up 10% or anything. Just expect a little bit of pullbacks. I would not be surprised if we saw that at all. Just always expect crazy movement in the market. But I will say, like, Lucid's coming back up again with Rivian. So, these EV stocks are looking pretty hot intraday. And who knows? These ones could possibly go up like 10%, in my opinion. They have some big moves, and they have a long way to recover, too. So, we'll have to see where they can get to. But, yeah, good old Rivian and Lucid are down once again. But they are trying to come back here today. Even Neo's coming back, like we keep talking about with those China stocks. And it's back above that 1,000 SMA. Still having a great day, so glad to see that. Whew. Keisha says, "Hey Tom, go back up and read my message about Amazon." Oh, did I miss some, Keisha? Let's see. Let's see. Oh wow, you even said UPS starting to move. Where's Amazon? Oh yeah, jumped into Amazon yesterday to ride the split momentum. Contract expires June 10th. Already up 50%. Thanks for the reminder about Amazon. Yeah, thanks, Keisha. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for telling me to go back and look. Sometimes I get a little bit distracted with the chat, if it moves too fast. But yeah, Amazon was really ripping up here today. Yeah, I'm glad you got back into this, or I'm glad you got in. I think that this could be a pretty good dip buy here heading into the split. Like it's gonna have some nice momentum probably with the split, but then also, like we're seeing the SPY breakout, and we're seeing lots of great moves in the market. SPY's back up to 403 now, guys. We are continuing to rip. I mean, SPY just keeps running. It's amazing. I mean, it just keeps going and going. So, I mean, this is an amazing day. We haven't had a day like this on SPY in a long, long time. So, yeah, this is making for some amazing movement here. Whew. We haven't had a day like this in forever. So, yeah, but Amazon is still ripping up here heading into that split, and I'm curious to see, June 6th is coming up over the next few days. And yeah, I'm glad to see that you're in this one, Keisha. I think this is went like under the radar a little bit. So it's kind of been good. Amazon's looking hot. It's kind of breaking out above this resistance right around like $2,200 too. So yeah, it's definitely having some great moves. And I think that on the daily, it can definitely start to come back. I would love to see a nice retest maybe of like 2,400 or maybe 2,500 there. That would be amazing. So glad to see that. Hang on, guys. Got to get a drink really quick here. Ugh. Got them allergies going on here. It's been brutal the past couple weeks. I don't know about if you guys have been experiencing any allergies, but man, where I am, it's been pretty much a pretty normal summer or pretty good spring/summer so far, and now there's like tons of storms rolling in. It's like moving everything around, and allergies are going all over the place. So it's been brutal the past few weeks here. But let's see. Sean says, or Brad actually says DG made a nice move after sales beats profits and raised guidance. Yeah, they did. You know, they did very well. And I will say that during times of inflation, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and different places like that generally do very, very well, Brad. So thanks for bringing this one up. I know someone else talked about this one a little bit earlier, but yeah, either way, they are still ripping up. DLTR having a very nice move up 18% as well there, Brad. So don't forget about Dollar Tree either. Peter says kind of weird. Kind of weird they're moving up because China's Xi had a very grim warning about China on shaky legs. So yeah, that's kind of weird, Peter. But yeah, it's definitely it's good though to see Baba's earnings come in good. I think that was the main thing, and they're still going. They're up to 92.89. Like what? Like this is nuts. Wow, that is insane. Sean says AMD passed $96. Do you think it can run? Let's see. AMD passed 96. Oh man, it's sitting right on my resistance here, Sean. I have a resistance right where AMD's sitting here, like 96.60. So, we'll have to see if it can break out here. I think it can though. You know, there's a lot of momentum. The thing is that AMD's already up quite a bit, given 4%. But I think we can go up a little bit more. I would like to think that AMD could retest $100 at some point, Sean. You know, obviously not over the next like 2 or 3 days or anything like that, but I think that there is a possibility that AMD can come up and start to retest 100, maybe $98 today would be a better target, but there is a bit of resistance right where I am. So, but yeah, it's having a great day. You're right. Huge moves, and it's really starting to run up here. Nvidia, like we were talking about now, is green by 2%. It's now up above the high of yesterday before earnings made him tank down. So that's great. Keisha says Intel's ripping up too. Yeah, great eye, Keisha. I'm very glad to see Intel up. Man, I need this. If Kraft keeps falling down, I need Intel, DraftKings, and those other stocks to start ripping. So yeah, glad to see Intel finally turning it around here, Keisha. Man, I don't know how high they're gonna start running up here in the short term, but man, if they start ripping back up above $45 or like 47, I will be very, very happy. So yeah, hopefully they keep running up. I'm in Intel for the longer term, and you know I'm not gonna sell out anytime soon. So hopefully she keeps running. Alex says, dude, my father wanted to invest $10,000 USD into Amazon late 2010, but my mom convinced him to pay the bank debt earlier. Oh no. Oh no, Alex, that's not good. But you know, I will say though, sometimes if you're in debt too much, then sometimes that's a bigger deal. But I definitely that would have been a big deal if you would have thrown that in Amazon in 2010, Alex. That is wow, that would have been a big move. Yeah, you're right, huge. George says GameStop up to 21% today. What? Yeah, and it's up to 24% now, actually, George. This is amazing. You know what, guys? This great movement is going to call for a bit of a change here. I'm going to actually throw on here the Federal Reserve screen. Guys, this today deserves some money going around, all right? I don't know if you guys look at the stocked up overlay, okay? Check out the overlay right now. I just changed it. There's money going around here. You know, this is awesome. You know, it's a great day in the markets. We're up to 23.31%. This is awesome. I cannot believe that the SPY is breaking out this much. Stocks are starting to rip. It's an amazing day. Even stocks that were down a lot earlier from earnings, like Snowflake, are coming back up a little bit. Like, look at this. They're starting to form a nice support, and it looks like they might try to come back up here a little bit. Even good old Kraft Heinz is coming up. So yeah, hopefully these stocks keep ripping. Of course, though, you know, Kraft Heinz is one of the only 4 stocks in the red today. Of course, one of my stocks, of course. But you know, I'll take the good movement out of DraftKings and everything else. And you know, in Kraft's defense, they've been holding up very, very well over the past couple of months, and they've had some pretty good moves. So I'll take it, but they need to get back up there. That's for sure. But yeah, guys, let me know what stocks you guys want to see today, because stocks are exploding. You know, these are some great moves. I noticed FSLY actually has been climbing up my watch list now. It's the 3rd highest one there today. You know, Neo's 4th. We have Baidu and Baba, of course, in 1st and 2nd there. But they are really ripping here. This is some great movement. Let me know how you guys like the Federal Reserve screen here, guys. The money coming around here on the screen, because you know it's a great day. I think it's deserving of some dollars. You know, coming off you know, some dollars getting thrown around. So it's I'll take the good movement here. Let's see. Alex says AMD just announced new processors with huge performance gains over Intel. Was that today? Was that today, Alex? Because you know, I will say AMD, from what I've heard, I haven't seen anything that's been too you know, too much. For example, much better than Intel's. I will say, Alex, maybe compared to the price, it's a little bit better. But I will say Intel still has some amazing processors, and I'm not sure what the exact comparison is, but I know that they're very, 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 very close on the speed there. So definitely, you know, I'm not trying to pick any sides here because I like both. You know, I used to use AMD processors in my computers. Now I use Intel processors, but you know, AMD is getting a lot better, I will say. I know that they came out with some more graphics cards lately too, Alex. They came out with the 6950 XT, is it? You know, they came out with like those other I know they used to have the 6900 XT was like their big flagship graphics card. Now they have like the 6950 XT or something like that. So but yeah, I know that they came out with those graphics cards as well, but I didn't see anything yet about the processors. Is that what this is, maybe? Maybe it's this. I don't think it's this one though, but it's definitely cool to see him come out with this if this is big. I mean, it seems like this is going to be bigger for like data centers and maybe AI and different stuff like that. So that's definitely cool, but yeah, I know both companies though should do pretty good in the longer term, Alex. So I like both of them, but I didn't know that they announced new processors that had huge performance gains over Intel's. But yeah, if you know the name of those processors, let me know. Maybe I'll look them up here. Hunter says, big news for me, Tommy Tenders. Got a gym membership in my hometown yesterday, and it has a hack squat. So I'm about to grow some tree trunks. There we go, Hunter. That's awesome. I don't even know what the heck a hack squat is. Let's go see what that is here. Hack squat. Let's see. A hack squat. What is this, Hunter? What is this? Oh, okay. Wow, this is awesome, Hunter. This looks like something really cool. My gym has something like this, but it's kind of like reversed, you know, like a reverse leg, like a leg press or something, I guess is what you call it. But yeah, that looks awesome. This looks like you could like really start to pump things up with this. Man, I wish I had this for leg day, Hunter. Man, that's so clutch. Man, that you're lucky, man. Don't, yeah, definitely. That's cool. Peter says GameStop above 156 and we can touch 200. Maybe so, Peter. You know, maybe are we seeing a resurgence? Are we seeing a short squeeze? Like, what's going on here? This GameStop is starting to rip up. I don't know what's happening, but you know, we have earnings actually with GameStop. It looks like here on June 1st coming up. So very, very interesting. Catherine says, take another look at DraftKings. Alrighty, sounds good. Let's see. Good old DraftKings. Oh, wow. There we go, Catherine. Up 3.4%. Love to see that. Look at that 180-day, 1 hour chart here. Wow. This is actually looking pretty good, guys. Wow. If you guys are into technicals, I will say DraftKings is forming a very solid inverse head and shoulders pattern. I'll actually draw it out here for you guys on the stream. If you guys are interested in this at all, look at that nice shoulder. Whoa. I'm breaking stuff here, guys. Hang on. Accidentally double clicked the bottom here and zoomed out. Nice shoulder forming here. Got another shoulder forming over here. We got the head here. So yeah, overall this is a pretty good setup here with DraftKings, I think, guys. You know, it's bouncing like right off of like that shoulder / neckline or whatever you want to call that. Really good one forming there right around like 1330. You know, even over the past week, if we look at that 90-day 5-minute chart here, look at the awesome way that DraftKings is finally breaking out now out of this little wedge or range it was in. I mean, it's having an amazing move to the upside here, and it's starting to really run up. So glad to see DraftKings having that nice move there, Catherine. thanks for bringing this one up. It makes me even happier, and the money going around on the screen is just more deserving with this. So yeah, thank you for talking about that one. Let's see. Alex says he has that at his gym, so that's pretty cool there, Alex. Let's see. Alex says, let's see, something about crypto fees. He says their crypto fees are so cheap. What crypto fees, Alex? Which ones? Is it DraftKings, or which kind of crypto fees are you talking about? AMD? Is that the ones? Are you talking about like if you use AMD like to mine crypto, like their wallet fees are cheaper? I don't know whose wallet you're talking about there, Alex, but I will only use the GME wallet for crypto. Oh, GameStop wallet. Okay, okay. That makes more sense, Alex. That makes sense. Okay. I see what you're saying now. Keisha says Starbucks is breaking out of their downtrend. Let's see. Good old S-Bucks. Yeah, wow. It is actually up to 2.3%. Looking nice. Looking nice. Let's see that 1 year daily. Wow, actually, yeah. I like this, Keisha. I like this one a lot. I'll tell you, there's a lot of longer term pickups down here that I think will be amazing for the next few weeks, and it looks like Starbucks is another one of those that I'm looking at a lot here. So yeah, I've been really eyeing up Starbucks, Keisha. Thanks for pointing this one out today. It's definitely having that nice type of momentum coming right back to the upside, and I'll definitely take it. It's been yeah, it's been a nice consolidation time over the past couple weeks down here, Keisha. It's been for the past like 2 weeks, just not really moving up too much. So hopefully we keep breaking out here. It's been a very nice day so far. And guys, I will say, if you guys are enjoying the streams and if you're enjoying the nice movement today, smash that like button. We're at 9 likes right now. I'd really love to hit 20 likes. Yesterday we got right up to 20. So, if we could hit 20 likes, it would definitely be awesome here for the stream. It's been a great morning so far, guys. Like, we've had some amazing price action. DraftKings is up. Lots of stocks are up. So, yeah, hit that like button. It's been a very nice morning so far, but kind of getting back into some of these plays here. Kathy Wood's going to be a little bit happy today. I can see Teladoc's up. I bet ARKK is having a pretty good day. Yeah, it's up 3.2%. It looks like it's starting to finally come back a little bit here. Man, it's going to take forever for ARKK to come back, but at least in the short term for the next few weeks, it might rip up if all the growth stocks start coming back, but we'll have to see. Just because stocks are up today doesn't mean that it's going to continue, next week or anything like that. But I will say the way SPY's moving is amazing, guys. We almost hit 404 now. I mean, it almost can't get better with SPY here. This is amazing. So yeah, the SPY has been having amazing moves. I'm so glad to see these breakouts happen. It's been in this channel for so long. I've been waiting for it to break out of this for what feels like a year. It's only been a month, but it feels like a year now, and just finally glad to see some good movement. It's wow, it's amazing, guys. Yeah, just glad to see it. Wish I would have gotten in on some day trades on SPY this morning, to be honest. I was really thinking about it. I was really thinking about getting some SPY calls. I kept posting charts in the Discord and stuff like that. I was really eyeing them up, but yeah, just too bad to see that that SPY is just moving like that. So yeah, I really hope that they keep moving in some good ways. Let's go back to DraftKings. Is it gonna finally break, or are we just gonna continue to consolidate here? Because let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's just still consolidating here. Looks like we're gonna have to get some more momentum here maybe later on, but it's kind of going crazy right now. Yeah, Alex says he was talking about those GameStop fees. Yeah, definitely those GameStop fees are. Sounds like they're good, Alex. I mean, I don't know too much about the GameStop crypto wallet, but sounds like a pretty good thing here. Overall, though, yeah, it's been a great morning, guys. Glad that you guys joined up on the stream today. Glad to see everybody in here. Thanks for all the nice conversations. Hunter, Alex, Keisha, Sean, of course, Brad, Peter, Alex. Oh yeah, I already said Alex, of course. Santi, thanks for joining up, Santi. Let's see, Square, thank you. Vicky, thanks for joining up earlier. Yeah, but it's been a great day. I saw Colin was in here this morning. Yeah, Colin, if you're still in here, thanks for being here too. Not too often we see you in here, so thank you for joining up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here today. It's been a very good morning so far, to say the least. It looks like the SPY and the QQQ might start finally pulling back a little bit. It's been straight up all morning, so I'm not too surprised. I won't be too surprised if the SPY has a slight pullback here intraday, but overall, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the good comments. Sean, hopefully you can win next week at golf. Guys, he shot what was it this week, Sean? 39, I think it was. I think a 38 or 39. Write that down, because if he does worse next week, we're gonna definitely give him some crap for it. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. Have a good day. Hopefully the stock market keeps ripping up and you guys can continue to make those good profits, because take advantage. Whenever the stock market starts having these types of moves, you gotta sometimes start to fire the plays off. So if we continue to see some nice moves, we'll be firing some nice longer term plays here. So definitely think about it, guys. But yeah, have a good one.